All right, I don't want to get DMCA'd or copyright, but listening to You Can't Go Wrong with a Classic, right? Eagles Hotel California. Got the inspection light that came today with a 2.0 stack lithium. Got the adapter for the tripod for the Flex radio that I just picked up today. And let me just say, for all the people, right, it's up on a tripod, for all the people that were saying that this thing sucks, yes and no. I will say the way people were making it seem was like listening to it was underwater and it's like crap and it's staticky and awful. And let me tell you right now, the antenna here, woohoo, the antenna here, it's for FM. In my apartment, no problem. If you go to a basement, you go to some place, yeah, you're probably gonna have an issue with frequency, even with the antenna up. That's who's listening to the radio anyways in this day and age. It's 99% commercials and 1% music anyway. You're gonna want Bluetooth connected, right? Use your phone, use your laptop, your tablet. Really doesn't matter, right? Comes with 5 spots for presets. If you are gonna be using the radio, maybe you're checking like one for weather, one for traffic, one for, it doesn't matter, right? Knob here for volume. I like that there's a dedicated mute button, so if somebody's trying to tell you something after you're impacting, you can quickly, or nailing or something loud, maybe you're standing by the like a miter saw station or whatever, you can quickly mute and then click it right back and it resumes to right where you were. I like that it has the time and date. Right now, with the time and date, when you pull that battery out when it's dead, it's going to reset your time and it's going to reset your clock. See how it says 2021? That's clearly not the case. We're in 2025 right now, and neither is that time. So I like that it also shows you your battery on screen, and it has an activated base mode. You can turn that on and off. LED is to make the screen darker or brighter. Pretty nice. And then a little Bluetooth thing to let you know you're still connected. Pretty solid for what it is. Yes, I like that there's also a dedicated Bluetooth button instead of this thing always just scanning for new devices. Obviously the play pause, and then the mode button is to switch between your aux, your Bluetooth, your radio. You get what I mean. Up and down for scrolling through the stations. I don't like that if you press and hold it though, it doesn't just infinitely scroll. It has a certain amount of scrolling. So if I click radio, right, and I just, so if I press and hold, it's a certain amount of clicks and then it stops, right? So it doesn't scroll forever. With that being said, it is solid for what it is. You click 1 or 2, it'll take you straight to the stations that you have preset. All you have to do in order to preset something is press and hold that number and it will say P2. So now this station is set to press 2. Again, I don't know what the station is. I'm just... Amen. Jesus Christ. But yes, it's pretty responsive as far as the knob. Yeah, and as far as having it on the lowest volume, if you have this thing next to you and you're probably like 2 feet away, no problem. It's loud enough for what it needs to be. And for the people that are saying they didn't like it, again, $130 plus tax and delivery and whatever does seem like a steep price. That was the radio with the antenna down. Laughing, people passing, meeting, smile, laugh, just smile, and on every street corner you hear silver bells, it's Christmas time in the city. Okay. Please don't copyright me for that. I'm just trying to show off the radio, but it seems like every video about this is either music over it or people have to cut it up to like 1-2 seconds. YouTube, I'm not trying to steal anybody's music. You just random shit on the radio. Come on. But this thing sounds perfectly fine. It does have the 5/8 11 thread, so it's the same threads that you're gonna see on the Flex cage light or the floodlight. And right, yes, it's the 5/8-11 threads. So I got to get one more adapter for that floodlight. Not that everything needs to be up on tripods, but if you're in a spot where there's a lot of dust or a lot of moisture, you want to keep things off the floor. So neat for what it is. Also, if you press and hold this, it's to turn off. Yes, you can see off. If you click it, it does nothing. You do have to press and hold it to turn it back on. Yes. Now there is a standby mode, which is, right, if you click it one time, it goes to standby mode. So it shows you the battery, it keeps the time on, and it keeps the date. But if you click anything else, click the modes, click the buttons, click anything, it's in standby mode. So it's not going to do anything except show you that. Except the LED. The LED button will get brighter or darker, depending. But after a little while, it will go dark to the darker mode, just to save you some power. This is cool. For anybody who is wanting to keep that time, every time you yank out the battery, which let me go ahead and do that for you real quick, you pull this buckle forward towards yourself, and it's pretty hard, right? So it's not going to come undone and leave your battery exposed. At the same time, it's very stiff, so a lot of people are not happy with it, right? So you pull this forward, and it kicks back, right? Unhooks, and then you got your battery in here. You yank that battery out, your time will reset. However, let me show you how to avoid this, because not everybody is looking in their manual, and that manual from Flex tells you exactly what you need to do to keep that time and date set, even when you're swapping batteries out. Also, really quick shout out to that light one more time. Holy crap. I like that it's 4,000 instead of the 5,000, so it's like warmer. You look in there, if you take out the battery, see that little door? You're going to put a CR2032 batteries, those circular disc type batteries, those circular cells. Take that little screw out, pop your battery in, and then even when you pull your Flex battery out, it's going to maintain that memory board power. So it's not going to wipe out your presets, your time, your date. You get what I mean? You just need a little battery. So I got to order that as well. That does not come included from Flex. You have to do it yourself. While I'm back here, that is the port right next to the battery for you to plug it in and have power. It does come with the AC adapter. So if you don't have Flex batteries, you can just plug it into a nearby wall, outlet, extension cord, whatever, and keep the tunes going while you're staying productive. Sound good? And they come with little rubber caps or flaps. Now I've brought it down to my level because a couple more things you need to see. It does have the USB-A port. That is for you to charge your phone, tablet, really doesn't matter. It's a USB-A. The tower light from Flex and the the fan have USB-Cs. It would have been nice to see, no pun intended, would have been nice to see a USB-C on this instead of A. But A is more universal, so it is what it is. You got your headphone jack or your, aux port. Yeah, so just to be clear, hooking it up to my phone, playing it for a little bit. The one that says in is input for aux. So you just swap it to the aux mode and you're good to go. Let's bring back the aux port, the headphone jack. We need that, all right? Stop all the, it's cool when it's Bluetooth, but if you don't have that, some people just, one thing fails, you have something else. But if internally the Bluetooth fails on this, at least you have the aux, vice versa. If the aux fails, you have Bluetooth. Just to go over a couple of the things I don't like about this thing. Number one, the 2032 battery, that should come in the box. That's kind of a niche battery. You're not going to have that in your office every day. It's not going to be in your drawers in your house. That's a weird battery to have. Number two, when you put a battery in and want to take a battery out, this antenna needs to be moved every time you want to change your battery or put a battery in. Kind of annoying. I wish this would have been, somehow, maybe this section a little bit lower so you could pop the battery in and out without disturbing this, but see what I'm saying? Silly little design flaw, but I guess because of the limited space, it's not a bad thing. Just wish I didn't have to do that every time. It's cool when you have like a 10 amp hour or 12 amp hour battery, the 8, the 5 even. But with these little 2s, when you are swapping them, just keep that in mind. This thing is supposed to run, I think it's 10 hours with a 5 amp hour battery. So the 2.5 should be perfectly fine. Every 5 hours changing this out, that's not a bad trade-off. Just letting you know that, it is what it is. So, again, without really showing much, I'm going to play a few seconds of the radio just to kind of show you. But as far as the reception, again, where I am, there's no issue. You may have differing results, but keep in mind, the light here is from the inspection light from Flex. Yes.
Was a way I could hold back these tears, but it's Christmas Day. Please, 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 baby, please come on. Oh, you know that I need that. Baby, please come on.
All right. Few seconds of that, but I'm gonna turn on the bass mode because yes, that kind of adds to the bass question mark. Let's see if there's any difference.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis.
All right, a little bit more bass. Again, nothing earth-shattering, but certainly a little more bass. But again, all right, just switch it over to aux. You don't need this. Take that over, and these little caps, keep it up. Need to charge your phone? Cool. If you need to throw your phone into here, then inside the handles, right in front of them, you got 2 spots to hold your phone, your iPod, MP3 player, whatever you got your music playing out of, right? If you need to charge it, you can always put it with the butt facing up so you can do your charging. Makes more sense to have it on the charging side. And just to show you, with supercharging, fast charging, and, not that it matters, but fast wireless charging on, let's see how fast this USB-A port is able to put it down in the event that you're kind of out of luck for any other options. So can it do fast charging? And the answer is no, it's charging, just no fast charging. It says 2 hours and 2 minutes, so it's getting the slowest normal charge there is. Again, just to show you, unplug it, plug it back in. Yeah, charging. No fast charging, no super fast charging. It is what it is. Again, you're probably going to be there for an hour or two anyways, so it's not a big deal. Apart from the fan and the tower light, there's nothing else really from Flex. They don't have an inverter or anything that really charges items, so I'm not expecting super fast charge or anything, necessarily for now. But definitely wanted something from Flex in case the power's out or I'm wherever, that could charge my devices if necessary. So just to show you what I'm talking about, these are the 2032 batteries, circular cells. You get them $4, little more, little less, plus whatever the cost of shipping or whatever is. And you're going to be able to keep that date and time regardless of whether you pull the battery out, swap it, or just take your battery out and you're done for the day. You come back whenever it is, and you should have your setups and all your radio presets and everything still there. So do keep that in mind. This is not like me plugging Duracell or anything. I mean, you can get the Energizer ones, you can get whatever the heck you use. This is just the one that seems to be a 2-pack that is honestly the cheapest, so do keep that in mind. So in case anybody cares, that's what it looks like, and it is a Philips One. So you just take off that little screw, pop in a battery, keep all your stuff up to date, even when you got to swap out the battery. I'm doing a completely separate video on a Ryobi cutter, and look what I found in the flex box for the radio. They actually do include the cellular CR2032 batteries. That's to keep your memory on for remembering your clock and your presets for your radio. I did not know that they included that, so that's on me. Good on Flex, and good on me looking through all the paperwork and information. I look at all the Flex stuff just to make sure there's anything I'm missing, any clips, anything. But yes, they do include them. That's awesome. I mean, I already bought some, but always good to have an extra. So yeah, that's on me. When I said Flex does not include them, and they should, they do. So don't throw yours away, right? It was in here. And the reason for my assumption of it not including a battery is because right here it says includes a Jobsite radio, an aux cord, and your AC adapter. It doesn't say includes 3-volt, battery for, its purpose. So that was from my assumption of what's in the box. It doesn't say that the battery's there. But it is. Now let's say you went out to lunch or whatever on the job site, you left, you come back, don't worry. You see how it's off? It will auto turn off if you forget it for long enough, even if it's attached to your Bluetooth and your Bluetooth device is left nearby, right? Well, that's gone. But but if it's left nearby, it will still turn off if it's not being played or nothing's activating with it, which is a great power saver. So when you come back, especially when you have little batteries, you don't want to be draining it. Comes back on. Keep that power.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange. From the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats.
Again, I do have to cut this out because I don't want to get copywritten, but
A bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short, but I can't complain. Doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice, then I teleport. Got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this cloud on a payment plan, then I ghosted out in a minivan. Might get my hand like a waffle cone, spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock.
yeah. For what it is, the audio is very clean, very impressive. Is it the best on the market? No. But when you're paying a fraction of what the DeWalt, the Bosch, the Milwaukee, even the Ryobi costs, you can stomach the price. So just to be clear, the auto turn off seems to only happen with the Bluetooth, with the radio, and with the aux mode. It stays on no matter what. Even if there's no aux cable in, it just doesn't turn off. So do keep that in mind. Excuse the mess. I'm in the middle of registering all the Flex tools and a couple of rigid tools for the lifetime warranty/service agreement. I bought another 5/8 adapter, right? And an Amazon Basics tripod, yes. And I picked up the 2032 cells so we can go ahead and slap this into the radio right over here. And you see the little baby making a nasty face. These batteries are coated with something, so if your kid decides to toss it into his or her mouth and think it's a snack, it doesn't have a good smell. It's kind of bitter, and it's gonna, make them want to spit it out. So you take the cell, really easy, you push it in, and that's it. You'll hear a small click.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Okay. Now, it says P1, which means that that's going to be locked in. So, if I turn it off, pull the battery, in theory, that should wipe the board. But because I have the battery in, it should, the small battery, different radio station, just kind of scrub through, see what's up. Cool. So it does keep the preset and the time and date despite pulling the battery out. Keep in mind you will need those little batteries every so often, so if it wipes, it means it's time for that little battery to get replaced. Hopefully they have a long life because they're not really meant to do anything except that small amount of power just to keep that board with the preset memory on or, alive. Neat. And if you click one time, you keep your time, right? I got to get that set up. But pretty neat that it offers that. People were saying that they were mad about it and they wanted to get the Gen 2. The Gen 2 Flex Radio is like $300. That's kind of nuts. Good sound, but not something I would want for my necessity. Something like this is perfectly fine. What?
Realize that long-term disability insurance is just as critical.
Unfortunately, that's the state of radio. It's like 99.9% commercials and 1% music. So you're better off going with the Bluetooth function and saving yourself a lot of heartache. There are keyholes on the side, so if you want to hook this up on a nail or a screw the long way on a wall or something, you can. So keep that in mind. But with the battery in, we come over here. We see right now it's 6/27, 11/30/2025. Can we confirm that? We absolutely can. Neat, huh? And again, this is the standby mode. So you want to turn it on, click once, or you can press and hold it and just straight up turn it off. This thing is slowly becoming, it's growing on me more and more. Is it perfect? No. People like certain things about it. People don't like the stiff latch, but that's pretty much it. And the fact that it sounds muddy or it's not as loud as it should be. For my necessity, I am not blasting music when I am doing things. So yeah, for me, more than enough. And during a power outage, again, antenna, I get pretty good reception where I am. So it is a person-to-person basis. Recently on a live, Tools and Tactics said if you go into a basement or something, it does cut out. I kind of expect that, yeah. So if you're near a lot of metal or a lot of issues with frequency, or in a basement or something with a lot of insulated stone walls, you're going to find the frequency with radio, it's not going to be great. I don't know why you're trying to listen to radio anyways, but just hook it up to your Bluetooth, hook it up to your phone, tablet, iPod, MP3 player, whatever, and you should be fine, right? Charge your stuff up. If you're old school and you want to go aux, no problem. So yes, 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 yes. There's one more thing I want to test, and it's usually with the play and pause on most media devices. If you double click it, it should take you to the next song. And if you triple click it, it should take you back a song or restart the song that you're on currently. I want to see if that works with the Bluetooth. All right, gotta go with Dream On by Aerosmith. Very nice, classic. Double click. All right, that triple click was a pause, play, pause. So if I play, pause, if I yeah, okay, so it doesn't do it, to be clear. Triple click, yeah, we'll just play, play, or pause, play, pause. So that does not work. In case you didn't know where your phone was or your device and you just wanted to skip to the next song, that's not going to happen. But, oh, hold on. Okay, so the left and right, you're able to just straight up skip the track and go back and stuff. Hold on. Oh, okay, okay. So back one time is to restart the song. Back twice. All right, goes to the last song. All right, all right, all right. I see you flex. All right, I like this more and more. And again, having good music on hand is, it adds to the equation. So happy late Thanksgiving and holidays and whatnot. In case I don't make any videos in the coming weeks, it's a lot of back and forth. So you have yourself an excellent day and work smart.